Felt it, have you? The bulk awakens. Tempted from both sides you will be. A buff dude's strength flows from the gym. But beware of the douche bro side.
Is the douche side stronger?
No. Quicker, easier, more seductive. Worse clothing, yes.
I'm not afraid.
You will be. You will be.
Hey dudes and girls, here with the 5 most common mistakes to avoid when bulking. Bulking season is here, so what better time to go over these common mistakes? Mistakes, truthfully, me and Brandon have made on our journey to becoming buff dudes. But hopefully, our mistakes become your victories. So let's get started and find out what to avoid. Tip number 1, eat whatever you want. Hey, calories are calories. It doesn't matter where they're coming from. And unfortunately, me and Hudson made that mistake when we were pretty young. We started on a bulk, and we bulked big time. As you can see from these photos, unfortunately. Evidence of knowing what not to do. And we thought, hey, we're gonna eat whatever the hell we want because we wanna get as big as we can. And although that's true in a sense of having a caloric surplus, you're gonna gain a lot of weight, but unfortunately, it's gonna be the wrong kind of weight. You're gonna increase your body fat percentage while not increasing your lean body mass. There's different types of calories coming from different sources. Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, that's what makes up macronutrients. And all macronutrients are not the same. There's different types of fats, there's different types of carbohydrates, and there's different types of proteins coming from different sources. The same type of carbohydrates in a Twinkie are not the same that are in oatmeal, and your body is going to react to them differently. So make sure you educate yourself, you don't eat everything in sight, you make sure you're eating the proper foods and getting the calories from the proper sources, and you're going to bulk, but it's going to be in a good way. All lean body mass and not too much body fat. Yeah. Tip number 2, bulk forever. I've been bulking since I was born, suckling at that sweet tea to gains, and it's feeding time for this baby bulk, bro. Although the sweet tea of gains sounds very enticing, caution must be advised because one day that nipple's gonna run dry and those rivers of protein are gonna disappear. So plan accordingly. Try and set goals, don't forever bulk. If you plan on bulking, try to do it for about 3 or 4 months. If you try to do it any longer than that, you're gonna begin to get a little lax. You're gonna begin to eat food you normally wouldn't just to hit those calorie levels. And in doing so, you might put a little bit of fat on, maybe too much. You're gonna become unmotivated, and worst case scenario, which we don't want you to do, you'll quit. Try to plan your bulk around something which fits your goal. Is it a competition you're getting ready for? Do you just wanna look good for the summer? Plan short and long-term goals, and that bulk is gonna be a success. Long-term goals, short-term goals, who gives a damn about goals? Just get in the gym and bust ass. It's all that matters. You don't need to know anything. Just pick up the weights, lift them. Yeah. Don't be stuck in the no zone. What is the no zone? Should I bulk? Should I cut? I don't know, I'm bulking up. I'm getting a little fat. I don't know, I'm cutting, I'm getting a little too small, I'm losing my strength. Everyone's been there. And unfortunately, it's an easy place to be. Bulking up, you get concerned because you do notice yourself getting a little maybe chunkier. Yeah, your strength is going up, it's fun to eat a lot, but yeah, you will gain some body fat percentage. When you cut, you're getting leaner, but all of a sudden when you put some clothes on, you look tiny, you're losing strength. Your mind's in all different places. It's crisscross. So what happens is you're always stuck in the no zone. So what you have to do is make specific goals for yourself. Short-term goals and long-term goals. Your short-term goal might be, okay, listen, I wanna take these 3 months and I'm going to bulk for this specific amount of time. I'm on a set program, I have my nutrition plan all set out, I know exactly what I'm gonna eat, my macronutrient percentages, my total caloric surplus, it's all set. So now I almost don't have to think about it, and your mind can be a little bit stronger in that way because you have a clear goal of where you're gonna be. A long-term goal, okay, so I'm gonna bulk for those 3 months, then summer's coming up. That's when I know I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna gain all my mass in those 3 months, then I'm gonna take another 3 months to cut up and have the exact same thing. Have a goal, have a plan, have everything set out for you, and have a clear visualization of what you're gonna look like. Sometimes it's good to maybe pick a specific body type that you wanna look like. Hey, it's pretty obvious that Arnold was one of my heroes.
So I was like, I wanna look like that guy. I'm gonna see what he trains like, what he eats like. And that was pretty easy for me to get right in that groove and have a specific goal in mind. But again, you have to have not only the short-term goals, but the long-term goals, so that way you don't deviate from that and get stuck in the no zone.
Tip number 4, always be impatient. If something doesn't go your way, give up. I mean, look at me. I'm uneducated, unemployed, but unstoppable in the gym. Yeah.
Time and time again, you'll see people full of piss and vinegar, ready to take on the world, and the second that they face adversity, they give up, they quit. But that's not what you want to do. Take a moment and step outside the fitness field. A musician, someone who knows a second language, someone who has a long-lasting relationship. They're going to tell you the same thing I'm saying now, that anything good worth having takes time, and that includes, hey, a proper bulk. So enjoy the ride. It's never over and you're never finished. You can have long and short-term goals, but you're always going to be working towards something better. Never become completely satisfied and never quit when you're not seeing those results. Sometimes they take months, sometimes they take a year, but it's worth it, especially if you have a goal in mind, and once you hit that goal, move on to the next goal. Enjoy the ride, baby.
Yeah, it's our final tip. See that right there? That's your limit. No, I lied. There is no limit. And there is no overtraining. There's only underperforming. So get in there and work out until you injure something. That's when you know you got a good workout. Yeah.
Now that was quite the workout montage. What did it accomplish? Absolutely nothing. And that's a good learning lesson, because the more you do does not necessarily mean the more you gain. What you have to do is pace yourself, know your limits, not overdo it, not overtrain, because what happens is you get into that overtraining syndrome. Hey, you could feel depressed, you could feel overly tired, and even worse, you could be injured. And that puts you out for who knows how long, depending on how serious the injury is. And me and Hudson have been there, unfortunately. And it's not fun, because what you do, your ego starts coming into play. You're saying, hey, I can push more, I can do more, I can push it to the limit. But sadly, we're all human. We're a biological machine, and the body takes time to repair. So make sure if you're putting that kind of energy in the gym and damaging the body, you're making sure and putting the same kind of effort to repair the body and make sure it rests, recuperates, and in a good way, it grows stronger and bigger. Even though sometimes, hey, yeah, you don't want to take a day off, but trust me, it helps and leads to a healthier, buffer body.
There we go, that wraps up the 5 most common mistakes to avoid when bulking. Bulking can be a hell of a lot of fun, but you want to avoid these 5 common mistakes to get the most out of it. So get out there, get bulking, and as always,
Stay buff. Haters gonna hate. Hashtag love my haters. Hashtag blessed. Screw you all. I'm going dancing.